do you think that Samsung have out there? Pick a number. Let's go.
I could get in trouble now.
You should know.
More than 10?
Perfect.
Welcome everyone to the 3-Star Podcast. I'm your host, privileged host, Shaun, and I'm back. And today I'm with these two handsome gentlemen. Chris, who you all know from Backstage Live. Say hello, Chris.
Hello, Chris.
I love it when people do that. Well done. That's good.
Is that what you wanted?
Yeah,
is that what you wanted?
Yeah. I love
do as I'm told.
You have to be quite intelligent and quick to remember it, so that's good.
Is that a compliment?
It was really good.
Actually, you owe me 20 quid.
All right, yeah, still. All right, you're dragging it out now. And if you're a fan of Backstage Live, you'll have seen this man many a time in the chat. The emoji king, the one, the only, the life force behind the chat at Backstage Live. It's David Snakebite. Right, everybody.
What's going on, people?
Snakey bit. Give it me. That's how we do it.
Wow.
We managed to get him here.
Wow.
You would have seen him on Backstage Live on Wednesday. You guys doing Backstage Live on Wednesday, right? I did have it on in the background, admittedly, but I saw you there. What were you talking about anyway?
We'll talk about Samsung Health on Wednesday,
Okay, yeah.
One of my
Right,
subjects.
people normally get into Samsung Health when they're about to have a... you're only normally talking Samsung Health when one of you is having like a fitness kick. Is that what one of you are on at the minute? Or why were you talking about health?
I know you've returned to the gym.
You're looking good, by the way. Honestly, forget the podcast. You're looking good.
Forget the podcast.
No, you're looking good, man. I saw you when you walked in.
Yeah, we've been test driving that Samsung Health, then, haven't we? Yeah.
Down south, this is called hench. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Well, I live up north. What do they call it there?
Strong.
Strong like bull.
Yes.
Are you legit using health and that while you're going?
Mate, it's hard not to use health because it will auto do it for me a lot of the time, doesn't it? So.
True.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a good session on Wednesday, weren't we? We were talking about all Samsung Health. You know, it's one of our amazing services here, isn't it? So much to go through.
It's funny you say that. When say services and stuff with Samsung, there's a few more. I normally think health, pay, smart, smart things, stuff like that. But there's a lot more than that. What have you covered any more on there, or do you...
Well, on Backstage Live, yeah, we've covered like loads of services throughout the different sessions. They're all on demand, so you can watch them. But yeah, do you know what? Like when you start talking services, mate, it blows my mind. How many services do you think that Samsung have out there? Pick a number. Let's go.
I could get in trouble now.
You should know.
More than 10?
Correct. We have more than 10.
That was a question, not a statement. But yeah, more than 10. There's a lot of things, and they're easy to forget, right? Do you know the number?
Yes, I do know the number.
Well, I'll ask the Snakebite is, you better find the correct number.
I do know the number.
How many would you say, Snakebite?
I'll tell you what.
What normally springs to mind?
What normally springs to mind for me is we're talking about services like pay, health.
Yeah,
we're talking about smart things.
The usual candidates.
The usual stuff, absolutely. But there are other little things as well. So when you're talking about, how do you customize your phone? That's a service as well. So you could be looking at...
Is it? Is that classed as a service?
Yeah.
See?
I've got the list of services here. Galaxy Themes is definitely on there.
Is it? Oh, have you got a list of them then?
I've got a list of them.
All right, let's go. How about we do... This is the wrong... I should have the list and pit you two against each other.
Yeah, well, this is Chris Mills' podcast right now.
Shall we go through...
Do you know what? Yeah, I've got the list of services here. And do you know some of them are big name that you'll know, but some of them you'll think, oh, I didn't realise that was a service and it's something I use all the
that's
time.
what I mean with like themes. You just said themes is a service.
Exactly, yeah, exactly that, like Galaxy Themes.
Okay.
But there's even stuff for like our mobile experiences, like Samsung TV Plus. You always forget about that as a service as well.
And it's on your TV and you almost bypass it because you look at the main stuff like, Sky, there are other brands. But Samsung TV Plus has got a lot of good stuff in there.
Yeah,
because back when I started, it wasn't actually. I look at the production team now. Andrew Liebrick, what was the one that we used to cast to the TV back in the old day? Oh, it wasn't.
Wow,
yeah,
wow.
There was
that long ago.
No, there was. It will come to me, guys. If you know the answer, put it in the comments, please. It was all Sharecast. All Sharecast.
Yes.
No,
don't know that one.
And then there was
heard of
also a remote control on. So these was the days of we had a tablet, Note 10.1. It was the first Note tablet. I'm looking over there for a nod.
Before my days, yeah.
So give me TV Plus, and it's changed a lot. So
Well, TV Plus is like your free TV service from Samsung. It's on like all of our Samsung TVs. You can get it on your mobile with the app.
Yes.
That you can quite literally, as long as you've got an internet connection.
And it's better than FreeSat. It's much better than FreeSat. I've sat down and looked at it a few times. Yeah, you can get films on there and stuff.
Really?
100%, mate.
Yeah.
It's on your Samsung TV. When you go home, you need to check it out.
Okay.
It's already
I knew
on
about
there.
that, really. I'm just playing dumb for the cameras.
Yeah, you can do it well. You do it really well, mate. So that's one of the services. Obviously, you've got a ton of them, like Samsung Notes. Is a service in itself, being able to sync between all your devices.
I do love Notes, that's one that I'm happy with. And S Note it used to be referred to as.
Yeah. Samsung Notes, S Notes, yeah. But what I love about that now is as soon as I make that note on my tablet, it's straight away on my phone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because of that instant
That's
sync.
why I have used it, and you say it, and then I find that that's something that you tell people about, and they think. It's good, but I'll never actually utilise it until you're using it, and then 100%. You're like, "This is really useful."
Mate, it's not a service on here, I don't think. But like even having like all your photos, take a photo on one phone, it's straight away there on my other one as well. Like the little things like that, innit?
It really does matter.
Right, Dave, I've got some services here that you're definitely gonna know.
Okay.
Smart Switch and Samsung Pay.
Yep. Absolutely.
Samsung Health that we went through.
Give a one-liner for each one, then we'll make this a bit about
services.
services.
Okay, then. Right. Dave, give us a one-liner for Smart Switch.
Smart Switch is the app that moves everything for you in one go without having to worry about whether it's going to get there or not. Everything moves nice and easy, but you're in control because you can choose what you want to move.
And what I've always liked Smart Switch, been about a while. What's the ones there? Pay?
Samsung Pay.
So Pay, great way to pay. You can attach it to your wearable, pay for things most places where it's contactless. Have all of your loyalty cards on there as well, so you can have all your points. Up to how many cards was it?
You can have 600 loyalty
cards.
Yeah, right? More than you'd ever have. More than you'd ever have.
Yeah, so it's your wallet on your phone.
Yeah, mate, and like with Samsung Pay Plus, you get that cash back as well, don't you, on Samsung.com and stuff like that.
You get to choose some retailers.
I
love that. Yeah.
Oh, but there's also one other one that I used recently. Was moving payment from one card to the other. Spectacular.
What do you mean?
So basically, if you pay with the wrong card, with Samsung Pay Plus, you can actually move the payment from, say, for instance, your Amex to your MasterCard.
Oh, right, nice. Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, it's crazy because you can do that like 60 days after you paid for something as well.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
blows my mind how that works.
So you could, and then can you move it more than once? Because in theory, you could just move that payment over and over and
constantly circling.
So that TV you brought in 40 years ago needs paying for now.
Tune in next week for the podcast to see if Shaun gets done for fraud. Others like
what other services?
Other services, you've got PenUp as well.
PenUp, that is good for Note users out there. Yeah.
Well, PenUp, exactly, like for all the creatives out there, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Shaun, one of your favourites, Bixby. One of our amazing services.
Our AI iteration, So allow Bixby not only to ask multiple questions, but also to set scenes and do things on your actual phone. It controls your phone without you touching it.
100%. I love how we're giving one-liners to everything.
No, we ain't going to have time to do it. Give us a service that you don't think we'll know.
Okay, let's put...
Now I'm worried.
Yeah, I would be worried.
Andrew Liebrick will know it though.
I'm now thinking, do I just ruin the podcast? Okay then. Smart Call.
Ooh. Smart Call.
Smart Call.
Okay, honesty corner. I don't know.
I reckon I've got it.
Oh, go on then.
I reckon I've got it. It's been around for ages. Never really used it. But I think Smart Call is where you've got the person's number, you select it, then bring it to your face, and then it just calls that person directly.
That's not a service. No, that's a feature. That can't be. Is that it?
No.
Can I have a go?
Let's go on.
Smart Call would maybe be, is it an emergency service thing?
No.
Andrew, anything? You know what it is. You know what it is.
Is it where it takes spam?
Spam!
Oh,
We've got a winner!
Well
We've
done,
got a winner!
Andrew,
Yeah.
Is that a service, is it?
Yeah, it's a service. It's on all of our mobile devices, isn't it?
I've seen it.
Yeah, it would
I
detect
never really
spam
thought that was
calls.
it.
Explain what it is,
I just
Snake
press
Eyes.
block. I mean, if you get a dodgy call, you go and hang up, and then you just say press block, and then it's done.
And it'll say like potential fraud on the unknown number, or
spam.
It will actually say, a red alert saying scam or fraud.
True.
So it can detect fraud.
I didn't know that was
calls.
so,
But that's do you know what I mean? This goes back to our original conversation. There's so many services out there that we probably don't talk about enough, and there's all this like that are embedded into our Samsung ecosystem, which are just crazy technology, isn't it? So
any more there though, Chris? I'm enjoying this.
Okay, you're enjoying this, right? We'll carry on going. So we've got some other big ones there. We've got Samsung Dex, game launcher, smart things. So we've got some big name ones there. Some other ones that are a little bit unique. Samsung Kids. Samsung Kids, a wicked little service on tablet and mobile.
I always, for any of you out there working in stores that sell tablets, by the way, the kids stuff was a great way to talk to parents, tell them all about the control that they can have on what usage of the device, or usage, not usage. Usage of the device, control about what they can access as well, time constraints on there. I sold many a tablet just talking about the kids aspect of it.
100. Do you know what? It's just getting better and better as well. Like, you've got to check out one of our backstage lives where Luke Norbury did a whole session on Samsung Kids. Probably one of the funniest sessions I've ever watched.
Is that the crocodile one?
Yeah. But you know what the beauty of Samsung Kids is? Like, yes, it's a great way to distract your children, and they can play on the tablet safe. They can't muck around with anything else on the tablet because they're locked into kids mode. Yeah. But what I really love about it is, for a parent, once that kid gives you back that tablet or gives you back that phone, they can then see that detailed report of what your child's been on, what they've been drawing pictures of, what they've been taking pictures of. It looks like you've got a funny story to tell.
I saw one of those funny memes online, and it was like it just said, had an argument with my son, and then it resulted in another argument. I took his tablet off him, and he went on like the history, and the kid had gone on his YouTube history. It says like Paw Patrol. Then he had like He-Man. They said, how to batter your dad.
You're not allowed to search for that.
Just be like, monitoring what your kids have been on.
Yeah, thank God for Samsung, for YouTube Kids now, isn't it?
Yeah. YouTube Kids is a big one there.
Right, so I'll just wrap this up then. A couple of other big mentions then. Samsung Health Monitoring as well. Yep. For like all the ECG and blood pressure. Samsung Global Goals.
Love Global
because that's pre-installed now.
Yes. Go on, take Global.
Oh, go on. You
take Global Goals.
I remember I thought you did a little show on that, didn't you?
You did a piece on that.
I swear you did a piece.
Sustainability, is what I was talking about mainly. The Global Goals is sustainability that you get mixed up with. Because
fair enough.
As well as services, we're doing a really good job on saving our one and only planet that we're living on, and really minimising packaging that we need, the use of further electronic building and distribution. So Samsung are doing a really good job in the sustainability element. And there is a podcast out there with Tom Lishman. So check that out, and he'll tell you a lot more around that.
Well, talking about sustainability, a few weeks ago, I watched the MWC, so the Mobile World Congress, where Samsung obviously came and talked to all of us about the future of Samsung, and they showed us some really, really exciting stuff. So one of it was all around sustainability. But the big shout that I really took away, yes, they're making all the packaging more sustainable. You can upcycle your TV box to make like a rocking horse or a furniture. But what I really loved is about upcycling mobile phones.
Yes.
Because like how many times, like you have a mobile phone, you upgrade it because you want a new one. What happens to your old one?
Yeah. Sits in a drawer.
Sits in a drawer. Yeah. And now what they're doing with a simple software update, instead of just having a phone just sat in your drawer, you can turn it into a baby monitor or a pet tracker, like a camera to see where what your dog's up to when you're not home. Yeah, that's what I think is, because like those devices, like a baby monitor or a pet tracker, on their own, 300, 400, 500 quid, aren't they? Easily. When you've got a device sat in your drawer not being used, you could quickly and conveniently just convert it, can't you?
But you know what the best thing about that is as well is when you actually take that device, you turn it into a monitor, turn it into a sensor. And when you put it into smart things, that's when it becomes a
part of your system sort of thing.
It literally builds up everything. You can switch on lights, open and close curtains during daylight. That's pretty good stuff. So upcycling is like amazing.
There is upcycling, services, upcycling, we do it all here. And so with the servicing information, I think it's really critical because it doesn't matter what device you're talking about. Services run across all of our Samsung devices and this upcycling across anything that you've got in your drawers at home. So thanks for coming along, lads. I've enjoyed that.
Thank you very much.
Put me on the spot with some services I don't know about. So, guys, I've been Shaun. These have been the other guys. Thank you for joining the Freestar podcast and we'll see you all again soon.